Sowit is actually a company that started 4 years ago in between Morocco, France, Tunisia, and Côte d'Ivoire, allowing farmers from one hand to get the data they need on a daily basis to optimize their most critical operations, such as irrigation, and from the other hand, allowing financial institutions to get more data about farmers in order to assess creditworthiness from one hand and to mitigate risks all along the way. We've been working with the Agricultural Bank of Egypt and assessed that banks lack data about Egyptian farmers from one hand, ability to know what is the capex involved, what is the productivity, what are the risks involved in a smallholder farm, for example, of Tufeddan. And from the other hands, farmers themselves lack data about their farms. They lack data to the extent that they cannot optimize the productivity of their farms to a certain extent, and they can easily double or triple the current production levels simply by relying on simple levers such as credit priced the right way, insurance, good seeds and inputs, or the right market linkage based on knowing the quality and the quantity of the production. This problem, we addressed it in a twofold way. If we want to be able to enable banks to get access to the right data, enabling them to price interest, massify financial inclusion, and track risks, we need first to help farmers get data, because by getting data, they will give us data that will create the right quantity and quality of data for the banks. So water is our solution for farmers from small scale to industrial producers to help them optimize their irrigation on a daily basis. How we do this? We rely on plot-based weather data in order to know at a plot level what is the quantity of water that is needed. And we rely on satellite data in order to know the real water stress of the crop. We know exactly what the crop needs, and we will help the farmer apply the right quantity of water. It means saving energy, kilowatts. It means saving water. It means getting to the right quality. By doing so, we have farmers that are very happy and that enjoy more income on a daily level while ensuring market premiums. On the other hand, when doing so, we get more information about the farmer. We get to know if he has a pivot irrigation or a drip irrigation. We get to know what variety the farmer cultivates and so on, because this is what we need to help the farmers. And this information we get from the farmers in return to be able to provide the service is the information that serves banks. This is real-world information. This comes from the plot. It's the reality of the irrigation infrastructure, the reality of the productivity, of the quality. This reality is what helps credit bureaus on a daily basis to assess the real risk of farmers, enabling to finance them in a profitable way for the banks, but also in a fair way from a farmer perspective. We simply need one information, the georeferencing of the plot. That's all what we need in order to be able to trigger a credit scoring with an investment grade. Is this a good opportunity to invest in or not, given the soil quality, given the capex there is involved here, given the farmer score, given the weather? And all this is achieved remotely without having to send any surveyor to the field, without the hassle of getting declarative data. This is fact-based remote sensing data that is directly provided to the bank, enabling them to massify healthily their financing strategies. Just a small example from Tanzania. We just need the land GPS, then we are able to know the topography, the soil texture, the scoring of the farmer, and we are able to give an investment grade. This investment grade now is provided to IFC in Côte d'Ivoire and Tanzania, helping them to score the repayment risk of the farmer and to massify their financing through larger risk facilities that enable them to go to farming sustainably. Of course, we adapt, and as we learned from the bank, we adapt to the specifics of the bank, to the processes of the credit bureau, to the existence of already methodologies, and we have a team that actually leverage all the power of remote sensing in order to get even further, rebuilding back the P&L of the farmer, from the capex to the profitability to the operational expenses, until knowing the internal rate of return of any project is something we are now able to do, relying on more than 100 remote sensing indicators, enabling us to serve farmers, providing them with the right operations, irrigation, fertilization, harvest, and then to be able to serve banks with real-world data they can rely on in order to massify their strategies. Thank you.